What's going on YouTube? This is Tinker Master Tech here, and today I am going to show you, or attempt to show you, how to take a old Dell flat screen monitor, the old 17-inch. You can pick these up at like a yard sale, Goodwill, any thrift store like that for somewhat on the cheap. You know, when you don't want to go on eBay and try to track down an actual stand. The little kickstand cases and stuff it's just for my uses it's no good, because I have here, as you can see, my Galaxy Tab 3 over there. Here is the case to it, and as you can see what happened to the clip. It just snapped off. It just broke. So you know, if you accidentally, it's popped out a little bit, you accidentally knock it over to the side or something like that, it just snaps it off. So what I've decided to do, now as you can see, I've done took the monitor apart, but I didn't need to take it apart because I decided I was just going to use the back plate. Now usually there's a button, you can see that's where the button was, and this just pops out like so. So what I'm going to do, and you can see I've already started on this somewhat, I've just decided to break it back so that way I could show you on video. You see a hole there, and then you can see a hole there. I've got 4 holes in it, and what I've done is I took a drill and went on the back side, just on the plastic, and drilled this out. Now, what I plan on doing, because this stand's fairly heavy, so that means, you know, no accidental knock over your tablet, because as you know, the Galaxy Tab 3, I don't know if they are now, but they were $400 when they came out. I don't feel like getting it broke. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and screw this right directly to it. Now I can't stress enough that you need to measure. When you put the plate on the back, you need to measure from each side and make sure that you have the distance correct. Okay, so what I've also done is, you can get these little packs of screws. Look at me dropping stuff. You can get these little packs of screws at Dollar General for like maybe $1.75, and it's a big multi-pack. Now there's not much of these screws left, but the pack sort of looks like this. I tinker a lot, so I don't have a whole lot of screws left. But what you're going to do is you're going to drill it out, and you're going to take and lay your tablet down, mark it. You don't have to mark it if you can hold the case and the stand at the same time. And let me move this old piece of the shell out of the way. Okay, if you can lay it down and mark it where you need it, measure on each side, make sure the same measurements comes up on each side, then measure your leading bottom edge. And on mine I've got a ½ inch distance from the bottom. Now I wanted to leave this up like this where my camera's showing, because I want to use this for YouTube as well, to record these videos and whatnot. So I left it to where I can get my camera showing. Now once you do that, you just basically are going to go in. But before you do all this, you need to take this, which I'm going to do it here in just a little bit. Just a second. I am going to take my trusty Home Depot hacksaw, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this tab off. This tab off. We don't want them visible. You know, you can tinker, but try to make it look as professional as possible. And then, now these tabs, they stand out because they're the lock and leading edge on the monitor itself. I'm going to cut these tabs off as well, because as you can see, they protrude, the bottom ones protrude a little bit, so that's going to make it sit a little funny when you attach it. Now another thing, once you screw this case down to this, you don't want to torque them down too much, because what it's going to do, this is flimsy plastic, and it's going to bow outward. It's going to bow it backwards towards the plate, and when you go to put your tablet in, it's going to make it hard to snap this case back together. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on hold for just a few minutes and take and go and cut these tabs off. And while I'm doing that, y'all hold on just a second, and when I come back, these will be removed, and what I'll do is I will go ahead and screw this to this, because I've got something else I've got to show you. So be right back.